What's up?
What's up? Nice aquarium.
Thank you.
I gotta
you.
get one of those. So does Alfredo.
Yeah, it's it's impossible to keep that thing clean. And I spend $1,000 a month on food for those things. It's really the appreciation.
What's up, Jeff?
What's
Good
happening,
bonus.
guys?
Hey, I used you as an inspiration on the live today. Think with the end in mind, by the way.
Nice.
Excellent.
I love it. For your other live that you do?
Well, no, I went live on my Facebook.
Oh, on your Facebook? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how did that work out? Starting with the end in mind.
Oh, I loved it. So I had a rank and rent. Looking at rank and rent differently with the end in mind.
Right. So
So
you find it easier sometimes that way.
Big time, because everybody's like, oh, what niche? Is it competitive? The due diligence, people get caught up in the due diligence, right? So if you think with the end in mind, either have a client to sell to or have a way to monetize that. And I gave people an option. Like, look, Micah, I think you guys know him, his platform, right? So look, you can use Micah's platform to monetize this right away. And then I've mentioned LeadSnap, how to do your due diligence with LeadSnap and these different softwares. But the main thing is, in fact, I think I even titled it that, have the end in mind.
Nice.
Based off of your video.
Very
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you kind of took that and made it your own, because I certainly didn't make it up. I don't remember exactly where I heard it. I've heard it various times.
Hey, they say if you give credit 3 times, after you give credit 3 times, you can take it as your own.
Is that right? All right.
That's what I heard.
Almost there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, we're excited, guys. We just rolled into the mansion, so we kind of got it today for ourselves to try to get things set up. Place is unbelievable. A lot of just kind of walk. I've already seen it, and I'm still shocked walking through this place. So I know a lot of you guys that are on this call are going to be joining us, or people watching this call. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. I'm so stoked for what we have coming up with our speakers. A lot of the people that we have coming to speak at this event would be very hard to get them to come, and I just feel so grateful that they have that they were excited to come and speak at this event, because we have some super high level people. We set up all of our agenda stuff, so really cool stuff. A lot of stuff towards landing clients with AI from Brian and Francis, who used to be 2 of the head marketers for Tony Robbins and Jim Rohn. We got Chris Evans, Marcel, who has a competitor product with Ahrefs. So everyone that is here is going to get a fantastic deal on his software. I think he's going to save a lot of people money. We've got some surprise guests coming in, contests, awards, all sorts of stuff that's going to happen. We've got tons of swag that we're going to be passing out to people. We've got right behind me is a bowling alley inside the house, and over here we have a lazy river off to the side that's going around with a waterfall, and there's actually a movie theater in the middle of the backyard at Lazy River, which is like the ones that are coming. I think for me, this is the most fantastic house I've ever seen. So I'm excited to hang out with some of my favorite people this weekend. But so that's what we just walked into. We just got here like an hour ago, kind of figuring out how we're going to set everything up. But it's going to be an amazing weekend. Jeff, what are your intentions for this weekend?
Man, my intentions are, as always, I've always been a big networker, or realized the value of networking. So even like 15, 20 years ago, I just tried to put myself in the room with people who I thought that I could learn from and grow with along the way. But I didn't really have a lot of good social skills or strategies around that. So I didn't know that the main thing was to show up and add value. So over the years, I've learned that I didn't really made a lot of great connections back then and everything, but I didn't really get the results that I was looking for. So over the course of many, many years of continuing to just put myself out there and learn, how to build relationships, how to make connections, and how to add value, I've learned that that's really the key. And so I see that in the room of people that we've kind of brought together at this mastermind is that not only the speakers, but everybody else in the room are all givers. They all just lead with value in that place where I've aspired to be for the last 15, 20 years. And, have found myself that the more that I do that, the more that I'm surrounding myself with people who do the same. So it's amazing to be able to show up in a room like this. Like Patrick said, some of these speakers are so high level, and, seeing what they've accomplished. But, the main thing is that they're showing up here because they have even bigger visions of what they want to create in their lives and their careers, and they want to share that with all of us. And so that's the ship that I want to be on, is the ship of people who are adding value and continuing to learn and grow for the long term. So I'm super stoked about the lineup of speakers and the content and the people who are going to be in the room, with us at this event. So yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the cool things I learned at the last event is like running these events really changes the way people perceive you, right? It's almost like these events have like a level of currency where, I'll invite some of the most talented, most successful people that I know, and a percentage of those people, it works out for their schedule, they're willing to come. And then we kind of build this friendship, right? So having multiple people here that are running 8-figure businesses, one of them running multiple 8-figure businesses. All the coaches, all the people that are speaking are running 7-figure businesses, and some are running multiple 7-figure businesses. So getting to hang out with these people for a weekend is amazing. It's an amazing opportunity for us to learn. So I just came from another mastermind last week. And as you guys know, I'm a big believer in this stuff. And to be honest, I don't really know super successful people. I don't know many people that don't share this mindset of like, hey, let's put ourselves around the smartest people. Let's hang out. Let's talk. Let's have conversations. So heading into a weekend like this, in a venue like this with this community of people, it's just like, I already know at the end of the year, every year, I kind of look back and say, hey, what were my favorite moments of the year? I am certain that some of those are going to come from like, whether it's us having drinks and joking around and having dinner, or, the contest and games and stuff that we kind of have planned, or the knowledge that's going to be shared and leveling up, and just like realizing that, hey, some of these people have solved huge problems for their business that I haven't solved yet. And like hearing their solution to this. So being around amazing entrepreneurs it absolutely has an impact. And everyone I know that has had the success of where I want to go, they all seem to share that same opinion. So, I love creating these things. For me, I'm someone that's always about relationships. So I'm sure that I'm going to make some better relationships over this weekend. But let's talk. Let's kind of like shift it back to you guys. I know a number of you guys that are on this call are going to be joining us here. But what do you guys have any wins to celebrate over this last week for yourselves? Anything that you guys are excited about in your personal life and your business that's going in a good direction to kind of help inspire some of the other people in the group?
I got some.
Let's hear it.
Alec,
Right on.
what's up, man?
What's up? So I'd say my a couple wins, things that are going really well is I've gone super hard into organizing the business, taking that chapter in Buy Back Your Time about recording things and sort of like taking it a step beyond to just take things off my plate. So the last couple weeks I've successfully created like full training checklists, and then their quota with what I expect from them, and then quality checklists. They can monitor their own quality, and they know the exact agenda that I'm going to use to determine if their work was good or not. And they have their own statistics that they fill out. And so I've been onboarding employees like pretty fast, and the quality has been really high. And it's been super, like having that structure built out has made it super easy to tell if an employee is good or not from like day one, because either they can follow the instructions or they can't. And either they can improve, I give them feedback and try to let them improve, or they can't. But it's been really good just taking like things off my plate. And then Alex and I have been partnering up, and I took the SEO process for like, the first 3 or 4 weeks when you're doing like a ton of work with a new client, and broke it down into like, I don't know how many steps, probably like 150 different steps in a template in ClickUp. and got it to where we can assign it to people and like ration things out to our team really quickly. And so all the feedback we've gotten from clients since that rolled out has been super, super positive. And now Alex and I both feel like we have capacity to take on like quite a few more customers. So Alex turned on we just started advertising for more work to get more people on board, because everything's going well, and everything's ranking, and everything's moving the right direction. Our customers are impressed, and our VA team isn't overwhelmed. And so it was really cool. Like getting that in really like moved the capacity, like the top capacity, a lot higher,
Right.
which is super cool. I'm not even done yet. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're getting a ton more productivity out of kind of like the same team, because you're doing it in a more organized approach. And you've also set yourself up to be scalable, right?
Yeah.
Because now you can bring other people in, and you already have the playbook of what they need to do, what they need to follow to repeat the same task. Yeah, that's amazing.
It's also been huge. Like when someone throws a new idea at me on like what will rank your listing, I can just throw that idea into the part of the template for select sites and not have to remember like, oh yeah, we're doing this weird thing on here. Are they doing better than others? Like I can just plug it into the process for that one project or two projects and see how it impacts the rankings versus the normal ranking strategies. So it's been cool to just like establish sanity into SEO, which has just been a cluster for me. Just work as fast as you can, as hard as you can on everybody's project. So that's been nice.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That sounds awesome, Alec. I'll tell you, man, for one of the things that I can't remember. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. My apology. All right. So one of the things that I'm going to be talking about, which I'm really excited, is really teeing up for where you are now. So Alec, let me ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
What do? You've got this list of 150 things to give your clients the results that you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're like building a website. We're building out the Google My Business, right? We've got to get content. We've got to get reviews. We've got to secure the Google My Business. We've got citations. We got just like 150 things on that list that we have to do.
Yeah.
What things do you do to bring customers in for your business?
What do we do to bring them in?
Yeah, for you, you're doing all this to bring business in for your clients. But what about your agency? What are you doing to like bring in new clients?
Well, I've been organizing that. I haven't been bringing in that many clients. That's why we're putting the pressure on the gas now. But in general, I mean, I love doing website audits, and I feel like the way to distinguish yourself is just be more helpful. So like putting together a really good offer, especially ways that they can at least feel like or see revenue generating results in the first 4 weeks, because that is an immediate differentiator. But I haven't actually rolled that stuff out yet. So
yeah,
my main strategy in the past has just been having an open, honest conversation, tell them a little bit more technical stuff than they want to know, because most other marketers avoid talking about it, and then find a price and start them.
Right. So that's good once you have them into the conversation. But I'll tell you, one of the realizations that I've had from having my coaching program over the last few months and working with the students is we have this skill set to kind of do all this stuff locally, but we don't really, that doesn't translate to us attracting clients unless we're trying to like rank locally rank our agency locally and attract clients. And who knows what's going to come in. Like what's going to come in, I'll tell you, is not going to be the type of clients that are going to make it easier for you to have a scalable, repeatable process, right? Because you're going to get like the dog groomer is going to come in and then, hey, can you help me out with my restaurants? Or I've got a handyman business. And it's just like, that's not how we want to build a pipeline that is constantly feeding us. It's a completely different skill set for us to build out a pipeline that is a machine that is just cranking business into our agency. So I think that's where a lot of people struggle is like, hey, we know how to deliver for our clients, but we don't know how to position ourselves so that we can have clients coming to us, clients raising their hand and saying like, hey, Alec, I am also in I am also a remodeler. I've been seeing your content, and I know that you've been in the remodeling niche for a long time. You're a professional in the remodeling niche. I'm a remodeler. Like that's probably not happening for most of us. So what a big part of what our event this time is going to talk about is like the sales part of it. How can we land clients and how can we get that pipeline system in place? This is going to be the topic of my speech, is like the different pipelines and how we set that up and all the different parts and pieces. Obviously, it would take me an entire weekend just myself going through all this stuff, but I'm going to be covering the strategies. And I think just that information, just sharing what I shared with you guys, hopefully that opened up your eyes. Because when I realized that, and I started to look at the agencies that were the most successful, some of the things I noticed that they have in common is that they have like automated pipeline systems for new clients. And that's a completely different skill set than what we're offering to our clients, right? Because we think, hey, we're doing like local marketing, and then we're a marketing company that we just like innately automatically know that, oh, we should just do marketing. But it's a completely different skill set to market our agency across the United States or across whatever geographical area you define
Or niche.
versus like, let me rank this like plumber in Atlanta, right? That's a completely different skill set, and we got to position ourselves. And I don't think a lot of the programs have gone into depth on teaching those strategies. And that's really where I want to take this, because I'm a big believer. Hey, if we've got, if we're landing like 3 to 5 clients a month on autopilot, that gives us the finances that we need to solve all the other problems in our agency. So this is where we're shifting. And this is what I'm excited to teach this weekend, and excited to teach some of the people in our that are part of the Rank Masters coaching program, and then kind of like putting some steps that allow people to, hey, maybe I can't start off with that because I'm new to the business. Maybe I'm not ready for that. Maybe there's a way we can kind of like take them up the ladder a little bit, and get people some of the momentum so that they can, hey, maybe I can get out of my job. Maybe I can just get some side money coming in. That's making this a positive return on investment for the time I'm spending on my site right away, right? So that's kind of what we're moving to, and that's what I'm excited about. For my intention for this weekend is to have some amazing connections with some of the people here, deepen some of these connections. I know from the speakers that we have here, I can't wait to I want to watch their stuff. I know that I'm going to be expected to like be managing this thing, but I can't wait to sit down and take some notes from some of these people. When they were telling me, hey, these are the topics, I'm like, oh, can you do like all of those topics for us? Can we block out 6 hours for you to talk? But that's cool, man. Alec, I think that I can hear the excitement in your voice as you're sharing this win and how you've laid it out. And it's what I call like when someone like kind of turns the corner. It's one of those realizations that has a massive impact on, like the future of your business. And there's probably going to be some like stumbling blocks around the way with, hey, maybe these people aren't following this steps exactly how I want them, but you're headed in an amazing direction. And when I kind of made that realization, it made my business so much more scalable than what it was previously. I was able to start to plug some people in, it bought back my time, right? I had to buy back my time if I'm going to build a software company on the side, then launch a coaching program. Like you have to have stuff like this in place where other people are doing a lot of the work for you. So that's fantastic, man. Alec, congratulations. We're going to keep this call shorter today. So we're already like 20 minutes in because we just got to this mansion, got people starting to show up here. We've got a lot of organization and stuff to do. So I just wanted to like pop in and share a little bit. But before we jump off here, I'd love to hear, does anyone else have any other wins that they want to share? Any other things that maybe, hey, we can take a couple questions if there's something that you guys are struggling with that you need to pick our brain on.
Just real quick, while somebody's jumping on, when I was talking before, it kind of brought up a memory of when I graduated from law school. And that's when I really started networking and building the skills to be able to be in a room and start adding value and all that. And one of my professors who encouraged me to do this kind of like networking, he said, the train is leaving the station and it starts out like super slow, right? And if you don't get on right away, you can catch up along the way for the first bit of time. But eventually, like the people who you graduate with or the people in your class, so to speak, if they jump on the train, eventually they're going to be so far ahead of you, you're not going to be able to catch up. And I feel that that's kind of the approach that I've taken in every business kind of endeavor, different industry that I've gone into over the years. I never really went into like a formal legal career. I was always in business and entrepreneurship. And every single time, digital marketing included, It's like, I just got that concept. It's like, okay, I got to jump on the train. I got to build relationships because I spent a lot of my life trying to be a lone wolf and create things. And I've realized that that's just not what we're wired for. As human beings, we're wired for connection. We're wired for, collaboration, and we can get much further faster. So I've always kind of had my eye on like, who are those people that I can collaborate with? Who are those people that I can do things with to get further faster? And I don't know, that concept just kind of came up of just being super powerful in my life, even though I don't think about it as specifically very often. It's like I jump on the train and start going in the right direction. So stoked to see some of you guys on the call here in the next 24, 48 hours here, and we'll be chopping it up soon.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love this place. The ones that didn't have the opportunity to come this time, I encourage you to think about it. Think about it for the next one. Find the opportunity. I know for me, everyone's gonna have different opinions and different reactions to things, but I know just looking back on my own personal experience, I would not be where I am without going to events like this and the relationships that I created at these events. It's just meant the world to me with some of the relationships that I've made at these things. These people have become my best friends in the world. They're people that understand the challenges that I'm going through, right? You get yourself in the right room enough times, you start to form a relationship with people. You get yourself in the right room you get yourself in the room with people are where you want to go. Like, it rubs off on you, right? You learn from it, right?
You normalize it.
You normalize it.
Yeah.
Right. I remember when making $20,000 a month was like, that's what I was like, what was that? Like, you a movie star? Like, who does that? How is that possible? To like, hey, that doesn't seem like a lot of money anymore. And now, like, the number keeps moving, the adventures, the opportunities, everything gets normalized. But you got to put yourself around people that are dreaming big and doing big things. Otherwise, it's the hard road to get there. It's not that you can't do it. It's just a slow path to doing it. So, Jeff, I know we got some food arriving here in a minute. I'm looking over here at this like amazing, I don't know, let's turn this thing over here. Check this out. Here, we'll just give you guys a little sneak peek here of this place. This is unbelievable. I don't know how this is going to look because I'm on my laptop right now. Check this out. This is what we're working with here this weekend, guys. Yeah. Cool. We got the movie theater screen with the lazy river that runs around. This place is huge. If we go over here, this is what this room looks like that we're in. This is where we're going to be having a lot of the main event. I'm not going to take you guys over to where the laser tag is, but I will take you over. This is what the kitchen looks like in this ridiculous mansion. This is the bowling alley. Check this out. Just happens to be a bowling alley in the house where we're hosting our mastermind. It's like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that this is where this adventure has led us? But I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you guys enjoy yourself. And for those that are coming, I can't wait to hang out with you guys in person and have this amazing experience that we're about to have this weekend.
Who built the house and for what purpose? You'll have to wait till you get here to find out.
What's up, Greg? Good to see you. The internet.
Just you and me.
No, Greg is here too, though. I can see Greg.
I can see Greg moving. I can see Craig moving too.
Yeah.
And his movie
Greg's
theater.
moved too, though. Yeah.
Greg's
So
in the movie
you going,
theater.
Alec? You going?
Yeah, my flight's 5:30 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm gonna be a delight on the plane, leaning on my neighbor's shoulder.
That's awesome, though. I'll go on the next though. I'm leaving today to go for a vacation with the kids.
Yeah.
So that's how I couldn't make it this time.
I mean, that's our whole reason we do this is so we can go on those vacations. So
Exactly. Creating memory with them.
Hey, Alec, I'll see you. I'm in Fort Myers, so I'll be driving up tomorrow.
Okay, cool. I'll see you there. I land at 11, and I think I'm meeting up with some. I'm sharing an Uber with some folks.
Well, I'll see you there. I'll
Oh.
see both of you guys there tomorrow.
All right, Greg. I'll see you
got
there.
it. Bummer.
Yep.
You killing me.
Hey, Raphael, go on Messenger with me. I'll answer your question.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you. Take it easy.
See everybody.